Hi and welcome back. Now in this lecture we are going to learn that how we can extract the JSON data that has been posted by the client. So let's get started. The first thing we need to do is we need to say router.post instead of router.get because we are actually posting the data. The URL that we are posting, let's just call it Pokemon J for JSON. Now, obviously, in your actual application, you shouldn't be using Pokemon J and Pokemon Q and so on. You should be, if you are posting JSON data, you should just call it Pokemon with a post. Request, response, and finally the next. Now, we need to extract the data. And just like the extracting data from a query string or URL parameters, it's very similar to extract the data from JSON. So guard let name equals to request dot body. There is no JSON parameters or something. You have to use a body. If this is of course nil, then we can close it, or we can simply say the status is basically bad request and response ends. And make sure to return it from here. But if it doesn't blow up, if there is certain body, then we need to get the JSON of that body. Let's call this body, sorry, not name. And we can call it body.as JSON. Let's go ahead and build this first so we know that it's working out okay. One of the other things that you should be doing is you should use Swiftly, import Swiftly JSON module of the framework. Swiftly JSON is by default included into the Kitura when you are installing and downloading Kitura. It is the method, it's the default method for parsing and working with JSON, and it is really, really cool. Once you have the JSON, we can simply use Swiftly JSON to parse that. So I can simply say over here, JSON, and I can pass in the key that I want, name dot string value. Now if I say string value over here, it's going to give me the already unwrapped string. All right. So since I'm using this inside a guard statement, instead of string value, I'm going to simply use string so that the guard let is going to unwrap it for me. Once I have the name, I can simply return that name. So response.send and send the name. And of course, once again, don't forget to call the next method, the closure. Let's go ahead and build this. And now we need to find a way so that we can invoke our new route, in this case post J, and pass in some sort of a JSON data. Let's go ahead and first run this. Now you can use any tool you want. I'm going to simply use Postman. It is the free tool and it is available as a Chrome extension. You can see that the URL is going to post Pokemon J. Make sure that you set the header type to content type to application JSON. Body is raw and we are only passing the name. The most important point, the most important thing that you should focus on is the HTTP method. It's not get, but it's post because we're actually posting the data. Let's go ahead and send it. I have my server running with a breakpoint. The breakpoint is being hit. So let's go on the console and see what is inside request.body. PO request.body. And for some reason, you will notice that request.body, instead of having the body that we actually sent, which is name Caterpie, it is nil. And of course, this is going to not work because if it's nil, it's simply going to throw the bad request exception. And you're going to not get anything back in this case. So how can we fix that, and what exactly is going on? The problem is that by default, Kitura router doesn't really know how to parse JSON. You're sending in JSON information, the JSON data, JSON structure, but it doesn't really know what to do with it. So what you need to do is to set the middleware. Now, what exactly is middleware? Middleware is something that is between your request and response. So middleware can actually check what the request is coming and tell the response that, you know what, the response is kind of like it has to be in JSON, and I can parse JSON. And we're going to use the default body parser, which is included in the Kitura project. Let's remove our breakpoint. Go ahead and run it again. If everything is hooked up correctly, then we should see Caterpie being returned. And there we go. Of course, you can pass in multiple values over here and then extract those values just we are extracting the name. So there we go. You saw that how easy it is to send in JSON to your Kitura service and then parse the value out of the keys. The only thing you need to make sure is that you are setting the body parser as a middleware. Middleware is something that is going to be running between your request and response, and it can look at the request and it can say, hey, it kind of looks like JSON, so I'm going to treat it like JSON. All right. And in the future lectures, we are actually going to see that how you can even make your custom middleware that will be executed between the request and response. If you want to attach something to your request every single time, you can use middleware to do that. Hope you like this video tutorial. Thank you very much and stay tuned for more. I hope that you have enjoyed the screencast on Kitura, the server-side Swift framework. This screencast is part of a much larger course which is available on Udemy. The course is called Mastering Server-Side Swift Using Kitura. The original price of the course is $195, but since you are my YouTube subscribers, you can use the coupon code YouTubeFans and get the complete course for just $50. Let's go ahead and check out what this course is all about. It's a 3.5 hours course, so close to 4 hours of Kitura framework. It will start from the very beginning and explaining what exactly is server-side Swift and what other frameworks are available to do server-side Swift. Then we are going to download and install Kitura using Swift Package Manager. We're quickly going to jump into JSON and how you can return JSON using Kitura. After returning JSON, learning to return JSON, we're going to dive into how we can get the parameters out of the user's request. And hey, no Kitura course is done or server-side course is done without SQL database integration, right? So here we go, SQLite database integration as well as CouchDB, a document database integration. The great thing about Kitura is that you can even create your websites that are powered by Kitura, and I'm going to show you how you can do that using stencils. Finally, I'm going to show you how you can deploy Kitura on the IBM Bluemix server. This is a very complicated process deployment, but I'm going to show you step by step how you can do that. And all of this and more only for $50 if you use YouTube Fans as a coupon code. Now, there are limited amount of coupons, so don't wait too long or it will go away. There is a link in the description of this video. Click on the link and the coupon is automatically applied. Thank you again for supporting Azam Sharp YouTube channel, and thank you so much for supporting my course on Udemy. Thank you.